Ever wonder what ruled the world before the dinosaurs? We often picture T-Rex as the ultimate predator, but Earth's history is filled with chapters of terrifying creatures that would give even the mightiest dinosaurs a run for their money. Forget what you think you know about prehistory. Today, we're journeying back, way back, to a time when the planet was a radically different and arguably more dangerous place. We're about to meet the true apex predators of Earth before the age of dinosaurs. Our first stop is the Devonian period, around 380 million years ago. The real monsters weren't on land. They were in the water. Meet the Dunkleosteus. Picture a fish the size of a school bus, but instead of teeth, it had massive, bony plates that formed a self-sharpening beak of pure destruction. These plates could snap shut with a force of over 8,000 pounds per square inch, one of the most powerful bites in the history of life. Dunkleosteus was the undisputed king of the ancient seas. It was a heavily armored killing machine, cruising the oceans and devouring everything in its path, including giant sharks and even its own kind. Nothing was safe from its bone-crushing jaws. It was a true nightmare from the deep, setting the stage for the reign of giants. Now let's fast forward to the Carboniferous period, about 300 million years ago. The air was thick with oxygen, allowing insects to grow to horrifying sizes. Imagine a dragonfly with the wingspan of an eagle that was the Meganeura. But the top land predator was something even more unsettling. Welcome to the world of the Arthropleura, a millipede that could grow up to 8.5 feet long. While it was likely a herbivore, its sheer size and armored body would have made it an intimidating sight. The true terrors of this swampy world were giant amphibians. Creatures like Prehistoric, a crocodile-like amphibian that reached nearly 30 feet in length, lurked in the waterways, ambushing any creature that dared to get too close. This was an era of giant bugs and even bigger amphibians, a truly alien landscape. But the golden age of pre-dinosaur predators arrived in the Permian period, starting around 299 million years ago. This is where things get really interesting. Forget scales and slime. Say hello to the first wave of mammal-like reptiles, the synapsids. And the most famous of them all is the Dimetrodon. You've probably seen it in toy sets, mistaken for a dinosaur. But that iconic sail on its back wasn't just for show. Scientists believe it helped regulate its body temperature, giving it a huge advantage. By warming up faster in the morning sun, Dimetrodon could become active while other reptiles were still sluggish and cold. This made it a formidable ambush predator. With a powerful jaw filled with different types of teeth, a feature we mammals share, it was the top carnivore of its time, a 15-foot-long hunter that dominated the early Permian landscape. It was a sign of things to come, a hint at the rise of warm-blooded dominance. But as we move later into the Permian, about 260 million years ago, a new and even more terrifying group of predators emerged, the Gorgonopsids. The name literally means Gorgon face, and they earned it. These were the saber-toothed tigers of the Permian. Picture a creature that was a bizarre cross between a wolf and a reptile, built for speed and power. They ranged in size, but the largest, like Inostrancevia, were the size of a grizzly bear. Their most terrifying feature was a pair of enormous, saber-like canine teeth that could be over 5 inches long. Unlike Dimetrodon, their legs were positioned more directly under their bodies, allowing for a more efficient and faster run. They were relentless pursuit predators, the undisputed apex hunters of the late Permian. They stalked the vast, arid landscapes of a supercontinent called Pangaea, hunting large herbivores. A Gorgonopsid staring you down would have been a truly terrifying sight, a fast, powerful killing machine, with a face straight out of a nightmare. These were the true kings before the Great Dying, the reign of these incredible predators. From the Dunkleosteus to the Gorgonopsid came to a screeching halt around 252 million years ago. The Permian Triassic extinction event, also known as the Great Dying, was the most severe extinction event in Earth's history. Massive volcanic eruptions in what is now Siberia released colossal amounts of greenhouse gases, triggering runaway global warming and ocean acidification. It is estimated that over 90% of all marine species and 70% of terrestrial vertebrate species were wiped out. The Gorgonopsids, the Dimetrodons, and nearly all the other titans we've met today vanished from the face of the Earth. It was a planetary catastrophe of unimaginable scale. This catastrophic event, however, wasn't just an end. It was also a new beginning. The slate was wiped clean. The ecological niches left vacant by these once mighty apex predators were now open for the taking. In the aftermath of the Great Dying, during the Triassic period, a new group of reptiles began to experiment and diversify. Small, bipedal creatures that had survived in the shadows started to grow larger, stronger, and more dominant. These were the archosaurs, the ancestors of crocodiles, pterosaurs, and of course, the dinosaurs. The extinction that ended the age of monsters like the Gorgonopsids directly paved the way for the rise of an even more famous dynasty of giants. The world had lost its kings, but it was about to crown new ones. So the next time you think of prehistoric predators, I hope you'll remember these incredible pioneers of terror. The armored fish with a bite that could shatter bone, the sail-backed hunters that mastered the Permian plains, and the saber-toothed beasts that were the stuff of nightmares long before T-Rex ever walked the earth. Our planet's history is a vast and epic story, and the dinosaurs, as amazing as they were just one chapter. These earlier rulers proved that life has always found a way to produce awe-inspiring and truly terrifying apex predators. They were the original monsters, the forgotten kings of a lost world. Thank you so much for joining me on this journey back in time. It's fascinating to realize just how deep and diverse Earth's history of life really is. If you enjoyed uncovering the stories of these incredible prehistoric beasts, please hit that like button and subscribe to the channel for more deep dives into the wonders of our planet's past. Let me know in the comments which of these pre-dinosaur predators you find the most terrifying. Until next time, stay curious.